bullies don't pay their debts. I just figured this out. It appears to me that some elite people are no more than bullies. They love to push people around, control, and abuse those they feel are of a lower standard. They've never had a good, honest friend in their lives. So they have no empathy for others of another race. They've looked for reasons to attack and even unalive some people. However, the most hatred or thing they try to avoid is to pay those people any money at all for anything. They'll create a crisis, then they'll refuse to help. They'll spend money they've borrowed, then find a way not to pay the debt. Even if the only way is to start a fight with you. If they run a country, it's a war. They or any of their loved ones will subject themselves to any harm in that war. None of their friends, family, no one that's close to them. And then their friends and family will make lots of money on other people dying. They'll find plenty of people to support their cause and or agenda. Pay them well. To scream war when they themselves will not participate. Now, some of them, are on their team because their lives have improved by giving them, a piece of the pie. And now those people will stand by them, that person, no matter what they do or what you think. For the first time in their lives, some of them people have got a new car, truck, and they'll love that, person who opened that door for them to receive that. Or those that opened that door for them, who before couldn't or wouldn't. You see, they love the bully who loves them back. Many don't know of the plan, nor do they care. All they know is they got some new stuff, some new toys. However, I assure you, most of the agenda is to pull a gangster move and not pay a penny of their debt. Any debts to anybody. Most of them have been watched too many movies. Most of them have watched too many movies. They've been in elite space all their lives, which doesn't require any street cred. On TV, they're admired and given a title that didn't require them to put in any work. They just gave orders, like you would do when you go out to eat. Bullies and elite gangsters who refuse to pay their debts to others, gangsters or bullies. So they'll call each other names, but the bottom line is one gangster is refusing to pay the other person what is owed. And then I have to say that the payment is affecting everybody, because I'm sure everybody in America ain't gangsters. We got some. Everybody in other countries ain't gangsters. They have some. But a debt is a debt. And then how many pawns will die at the hands of these elite bullies and gangsters? The sad thing again, like I said earlier, the same bullies and gangsters have rigged the game. They made game a life. They made life a game, shall I say. A game that gives them what they want. What do they want? They want a lower population and the ability to make money while doing it. War checks all the boxes. They and their cronies are pushing products that do all the things they want to control and make more money and lower the population. Because once these things can do that, why do they need us? So they think they can just get rid of us since we can't work for them. They're taking the land so we can't provide for ourselves, and now they want to get rid of us. All of us. As I said, they won't need us soon. They'll have all the new toys they want to tend to their needs, pleasures, and no responsibility for the actions they took while achieving that pleasure. Evil pleasures. And I do define evil as doing something to another person or another person's kid that you wouldn't want to do to your own or yourself. It's evil, most purest form, that you would do that to your own child. So that doesn't apply to everybody. But I can go on and on. But I want to wrap this up, and you've worked hard and avoided doing business, with the loan sharks, who are elite gangsters and bullies. And you finally get to a space that's nice enough for the bullies to come and indulge themselves, and they ask you for a loan. So you give it to them. Kind of like, China. They were poor, and then they blew up a little bit, and then we asked them for, they gave us a loan. And now it's time to pay them back. And now some of them want to pick a fight and get out of not paying the loan back. That's a gangster move. Or they go to war with them. We need to ask ourselves why. And then you need to understand this is who they are or want to be. Is there anything more gangster than asking for a loan or eating out at a place and then refusing to pay the bill? The same thing that those people would have killed you for if you had done the exact same thing to them. You say now that's gangster. Now, I say that's evil. Gangster is just another word, they gave, to us to go see the movie. You're going to say go see an evil movie, maybe now, but back in the day, you go see a gangster movie. And you would do that. You would see a gangster story, hear a gangster storyline, not an evil storyline. We wouldn't accept that, but you would accept, and we did accept the gangster storyline. Look where we are. My people has accepted the gangster storyline more than anyone else. That's all they gave us. Took away the jobs. And everybody wants to be a gangster. And they want our girls to be strippers. Prostitutes. Got the wet they willing to sell and pocket the money. Now, understanding, there's kings that are coming. And you're going to be used and abused. And none of those kings are not going to want you because you're used. So now you're stuck to being what you've chosen to be. They don't even have to make us do it. We are choosing to be gangsters and prostitutes. Lifestyles that are of evil people. Would you want to grow up and be an evil villain? Maybe now, because you got, people dressed as devils and accepting it. But not when this first started. They using new names, to project old movies that have been around for a while. Old actors with the same plot, screenplays. All given a new name as they hide the same old agendas. Evil bullies controlling peasant-minded people who are in love with the spoils of war. And the carnage is not acknowledged. You need to open your eyes and see that only peace will lead to the meek. For the meek can only inherit the earth after the elites have run their course. If you still don't know, what course, it's a course of evil men and women who refuse to pay their debts for their sins. All their sins. Why? because that's gangster. That's devils at their best. Why should you expect any devils to willingly pay a debt? Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share, follow, or subscribe. Thank you for your time.